Is why I put my daughter's birthday cake on the same plate as her pasta. I'm a dietitian, and my specialty is picky eaters. So here's the plate in question. I'll give you a second to have a look at it. It's very much an action shot. This is where the cake was, and there is the pasta. And as you can see, the cake is gone and the pasta is still there. But if you have a look at that fork, that does have pasta on it, and that is going into her mouth to get eaten. So I'm going to tell you about the reason why I put the dessert on the plate. And I'm going to talk about what you can do if your child is the kid who will only eat the dessert and leave the rest of dinner. Putting the dessert on the plate shows that it's just another food. We don't want children to grow up in our disordered society where we feel like we have to earn a certain food by being good or eating a certain amount of other food. You might know some adults who live by this mindset and say things like, oh, I went to the gym, I was good today, I can eat cake. You'd be pretty heartbroken, or at least I would be, if my child came home when they were 13 years old and said that. So our goal here is actually helping set up our child to have a healthy relationship with food for the rest of their life. And yep, that does mean that in the moment, right now, they might be eating more cake than we would like. So what about if your child's the kid who will only eat the cake? First, please know that putting dessert on the plate is not a quick fix to fix every problem you're having, especially if your child's a picky eater. Putting the cake on the plate can make the difference between a child refusing to come to the table and eat a meal that they don't want versus seeing the cake on there and being like, oh, I'm going to come to the table, which gives them another opportunity to engage with and potentially try some of the food on their plate. Now you're going to ask me about seconds. My daughter had seconds and thirds of this cake that we shared as a family for her birthday. There's a point where I cut her off and I couldn't give her another piece because I said no one else has had seconds yet and you've had 3 pieces. But if you're unwilling to put the cake on the plate, it's going to increase their fixation on that food and make it less likely that they eat anything else because they're super fixated on that cake. If you're dealing with a really picky eater as well, you've got to work on the underlying issue of picky eating in addition to the fixation on sweet. For a picky eater, sweet things are reliable, they're tasty, and they're really easy to like. And often when I'm working with kids, I see these 2 things go hand in hand, the pickiness and the fixation on sweets. So if you're someone who's new around here and you're looking for somewhere to get started, I have 2 online courses that use my respectful framework to help parents with picky eaters, and that course is Mealtimes Without Meltdown. And I also have a course specifically about sweets, which is called Stress-Free Sweets and Eats. And you can buy the course bundle and work on both issues at the same time. Drop any questions you have below, and I'm here to help you.